The Hawks are running. Clark, the good delivery to centre half forward. Brennan for Crawford for back-to-back goals. Shane Crawford standing tall for the Hawks. Brownlow medalist, four-time All-Australian. No longer the skipper, but still providing some drive for Hawthorn. Shane Crawford with 11 possessions and 2 goals in the opening term. An entertaining one. Hawthorn by 3 points at quarter time. Mark Williams also with 2 goals for the Hawks. Matthew Pavlich, the leading ball winner for the Dockers. It started out beautiful blue skies, but it's, well, looking just a shade ominous at the moment, Michael Thompson.
Yes, indeed. Gloomy, in fact, Clinton. We may see the lights put on fairly soon. Certainly thunderclouds behind us. Whether we get rain before the end of the game, it's hard to say, but certainly it's close to the ground. Andrew Seager on the ground. The umpires were questioned by Hawthorn about that. There were 19 men on the ground for Fremantle. There was no head count. There was no score. That is not a problem. Justin Longmuir, slight problem with his back, but he should be fine. Chris Connolly, very, very fired up. He was very angry. Absolutely fierce with his players on turnovers. He was ropeable about turnovers. Alistair Clarkson pretty happy with the Hawks, just not too happy about the last couple of minutes where they let Fremantle get away with 2 quick goals, but certainly a great start. Very physical game. All of the players coming through the interchange, all looking very tired very early.
Thanks for that, Michael Thompson.
That the Dockers have got is their captain in Bell is getting a belting from Shane Crawford.
How would you score that bout?
Well, I reckon it was 8-3 at that stage, and I'm surprised that actually Peter Bell is still with him, but we'll see how it unfolds. Has he got the capacity to motor to go with Shane Crawford? Wayne?
Shane Crawford's got one of the best motors in the competition, as we know. A very fit player, so be a big test for Belly.
That was a clear free kick to Pavlich against Crode.
Back to me.
Josh Carr setting it up out of the centre. Pavlich going to Bell.
Well, that time Shane Crawford tried to cover 2-man. He tried to cover Hazelby, and Bell was some 30 metres behind him, and he just slipped into the middle. So he's a smart operator. We know that. He's had a great career, and he's also a pretty good goal kicker. This is one the Dockers need.
This is his first kick for the afternoon. He's still surveying for a lead. He's kicked 7 goals, 6 this season. The view from behind Peter Bell as he misses to the near side. Back downstairs, Michael Thompson.
The lights is coming on now, gentlemen. We're talking about how gloomy it was. They are coming on, and that rain, I reckon it's about 15 minutes away.
It's got to help the Hawks, surely, Tomo, given that you've been telling us how hot and humid it is.
The Fremantle were praying for hot weather.
Jacobs goes to Franklin, pushed away by Grover, who gets it back from Sandilands, and to give Fremantle the lead. Anthony Grover.
Shammer lining up on Rick Lads.
Shammer got the hand pass away, but Campbell Brown intercepts and feeds Joel Smith. Now he's devoid of options, so has to hang on to the football.
Good stuff there by Webster just to corral him.
Centre half forward the Hawks, but here's Thornton of Fremantle kicking quickly to the wing, and it becomes a foot race. Franklin will get there first. Joel Smith in support. Franklin finds him. He's got Vandenberg short, and he's got Franklin running. Webster the good tackle. Vandenberg now, still Hawthorn persist. Going to ground Clark. Interception Polak. Hot football, wrestling on behind play in several quarters. Shamanilli runs over them. Black, neat little sidestep. Franklin and Webster have got up and are having a look at the footy. Hazelby's got it.
He's off.
And now this is Seagat. Was brilliant here against Collingwood a fortnight ago. That kick not so good. Mitchell the intercept. Gives it by hand to Ladson.
Well, that is unforgivable, that turnover, and that's exactly what Chris Connolly would have been talking about at quarter time.
Franklin has Taylor just on the ground, streaking inside 50. He goes to him, and Taylor takes the mark. Simon Taylor, tight angle, 55 metres out, not a noted goal kicker, so he passes off for Ben Dixon, and he can atone for a couple of first quarter misses to restore Hawthorn's lead. Now Dixon to restore Hawthorn's lead. It's a nice kick.
Feed in. Here we go.
Dixon with 1 goal, 2 from his 3 kicks today. Taylor now relieving for Spider, contesting with another Spider in Sandilands.
It's great to Hazelby again. They've got us just tidy up there, the Hawks.
Ladson got it to Campbell Brown. Off a step, long kick to the 50 for Dixon. Thornton, good spoil. Door still open for Hawthorn. Brennan to Hodge. He's classy. He's caught though. Crawford, great teamwork. Hawks. Brennan goes for it and sprays it.
Well, it's good work by the Hawthorn midfield. They got the ball forward, and then they charged forward to support. And they charged forward so well that they outnumbered the Dockers, who are having trouble going from attack mode to defence.
Gee, that kick in Paul from Parker and Brennan. Well, this is a very quick chance to make amends for that miss, and his teammates say, go for home, Luke. 2 goals in his AFL career, albeit a brief one. This is game number 6 for Luke Brennan. And the kick from 45 is coming back for a goal. Hawks get 2 in a row. Chris Connolly not happy.
Dangerous times here for the Dockers, because with the big man Taylor coming on for the Hawks, it's allowed Spider to go forward, and he's as good a key forward as anybody in the game.
Oh, Dixon stood up in the tackle. Well, no one tackled Chance Bateman. Is that 15? Yes, it is. So therefore the mark is paid to Ladson. 3rd senior year for the 21-year-old. This is 21st game, just 1 goal this season prior to today. With rain clouds closing in, every kick important. Ladson kicks a goal. The Hawks out by 16 points again. To be ignored as the centering balls to Mitchell. Oh, and Brennan finding space. Thought he was going to take Sandilands on. In the end, he tried to kick it over him, and the big man leapt and got it. And defence becomes attack. Josh Carr for Headland, for Black. That could be a very costly turnover. The ball goes to Longmuir, and he will have a shot at goal. And right now, look, Brennan should be reminded that Aaron Sandilands is the tallest man ever to play in the AFL.
And here it is here, as we see on screen. If it was any other player, it was in the hands of the Hawthorn forward, but Aaron Sandilands, very, very big man to get over.
The sting for the Brennan mistake. Longmuir gets his first.
Knock it out.
It could have been a 22-point Hawthorn advantage. Instead, it's 10. And little momentum shifts can be so important. Sandilands again first hand to it. Josh Carr's kick ineffective. Here's Crawford. Going wide. Brennan. He'll be very deliberate with this disposal. Oh, my goodness, 2 in a row. But it's 50. A goal for Luke Brennan. He's lucky. Brennan kicks his second and breathes a sigh of relief. 9-9 plays 7-6.
Schofield comes off. Josh Carr will go straight back onto Sam Mitchell.
Here's Mundy. A real arm wrestle the last 10 minutes. Shammer with the mark. 10 minutes without a goal. The turnover. Jacobs.
Chris Connolly would be filthy with the amount of opportunities they've created and wasted, in particular inside their forward 50, but also coming off that half-back line.
Shammer turns the ball over. Who's on his own? Shane Crawford.
The fluorescent boots shining on this dark afternoon as he finds Franklin all alone in the middle. This could be dangerous for the Dockers. Chip kick for Mitchell. Good mark. Elects to play on and delivers wonderfully into the pocket for Dixon. And Hawthorn now should take a 21-point lead near half-time.
I reckon if the Hawks could play 22 games a year at Subiaco, they would love it.
Sell their home games here. Dixon with 2. The Hawks lead now 21 points. And we'll just have a look if there's any words exchanged between the 2 of them afterwards. No, as Farmer runs away. Well, the Hawks clear it away with Osborne inside of a minute remaining. And now Clark. Can the Hawks get a late goal? Green dragged down. Cook finds an opening. Fremantle on the rebound. Farmer is deep and will take it.
Desperately need a goal here, the Dockers.
The protection of the 3-tiered stand. Normally an 80% chance from here. And he makes no mistake. And the Dockers get an important goal in the shadows of halftime. Roughead on the bench. Ladson on the bench. Now, they're telling us Hodge and Vandenberg, the other two.
Chance Bateman has sucked his black in, and he may get a rest if he doesn't just control himself.
Vandenberg clearly on the ground is there. There's high contact. It's Trent Crode, the man I'm told that we are missing at the moment from a Hawthorn perspective. They might get some better news here with a shot at goal coming up. Now, Crode, the man who's not out there. Joel Smith, therefore, going to Pavlich as you see Black. Well, that's just silly, isn't it?
We'll play them both ways, mate.
Well, we know Heath Black's got a bit of fire in the belly. I think he had a bit of a scuffle with Nick Riewoldt at training when he was at St Kilda. So he's not a boy that takes a backward step, but silly free kick and then give away 50 metres. And not a good start for the Fremantle Dockers in this third quarter.
And Chance Bateman can make them pay. He can become the fifth Hawk to kick multiple goals today. He should get it, and he does.
Easy, Chance, easy.
Vandenberg has men in the centre corridor, runs his full measure. Handball to Crawford. He's got Stephen Green on. Now, vacant centre-half forward position, so Green's got to hang on. Clark runs to space. Green kicks it to that space. Clark's going to run onto this. He's got the foot speed. He chips it to the pocket effectively for Williams, who can line up for his third goal.
Mitchell as clean as a whistle.
And Williams kicks goal number 35 for the year. Hawks marching on.
Williams has been, that's where I think Hawthorn, if they're to go that next step, that's where they need a big target where you can call it in long and not just rely on that perfect kick, which you can't hit up every time.
Webster in the path of McFarlane. Mitchell wearing him well. Here's Cook. He's had just the 7 touches. Green working hard. Shovels it to Mitchell. Ladson from a standing start at 45. A high kick towards Dixon. And has he got it? Yes! He plays on, kicks backwards for Ladson. To deliver Hawthorn a 34-point lead. And he has. Oh, it'll be tough for the Dockers now.
Don't block!
That blitzed Collingwood here a fortnight ago. That was their 3rd win in a row. And people were talking about lofty ambitions for the Dockers in season 2005. They're staring down the barrel of a 4-5 result after 9 rounds and a trip to Geelong coming up. Crawford got it on to Green for Ladson. Inside the 50, McFarlane at full stretch, can't get it. Dixon a chance now from 45 metres out, goes for another one. The Hawks might be home.
Marshall, what sort of season are we having at the present time where bottom is beating top and everybody keeps telling me there's only 2 or 3 chances to win the flag. Right now,
There's 14.
there is probably about 12.
That's what makes the year so good. Everyone's got a chance, Jared. I agree. I think there's definitely 8 that can give it a shake. And at the end of the day, that only can be 8 because only 8 make the finals.
I want you to tell me the 8 that are going to make the final 8 because Hawthorn are a dead set chance to make the 8.
And perhaps like 97, the winner could come from low down in the pack as Smith delivers to Williams.
Well, that is just class football. That is just pure football at its best.
And this to extend the lead to 45 points. Mark Williams has got 4 goals from 4 kicks.
The evident thing about this game is Hawthorn playing team footy. They're committed. They do the 1%ers. Look, probably supporters and everyone else. They're the things that supporters come to see. If you do all of those things, all the fancy stuff takes care of itself. And Hawthorn are a committed team. And I just think Fremantle just want it all their own way. They want to play free-flowing football, not prepared to put in the hard work.
Everett. Collard. Clark hurries it forward. Cook the knockdown. Headland for Longmuir. Shammer. Running to the corridor. Kicking wide. Good mark. Taken by Josh Carr. Carr. Pavlich the target. Jacobs starting the final term on him. He loads it up from 60 to the goal square. McFarlane or Farmer. It looked like it was a certain goal, but it hasn't gone their way today. And now Osborne delivers nicely and Hodge marks.
And it was in that same forward 50 that the major problems for the Dockers started to emerge in the second quarter, when they had it in there half a dozen times and just chopped up certain goal opportunities.
Matthew Carr marks at 55. To the hot spot. Pavlich the target. Longmuir the support. Top the goal square.
Float in front of packs, take marks and kick some goals. And the shot was from outside 50. It's a 1 in 10 shot.
Smith lost it, head time, Mitchell. 27th possession. Dixon unable to control it. Brennan for Crawford. His 25th touch, a high one to half forward. Bounces over the head of Taylor. The recovery from the big man, impressive. And Dixon goes short. They are an unselfish lot at Hawthorn. And Williams will line up goal number 5.
Unrest there last year. They were split right down the middle. And right now they're pulling the rope in the one direction and doing it magnificently.
Williams has got 5.
To be honest, I think they've done a pretty good job. They haven't had much to do. It's been all one-way traffic. They've just had to sit back and watch the Hawks roll on.
You could become a consultant for Jeff Geeshan and Rowan Saws.
He already is.
Unofficially. Joel Smith through the midfield, just chipping it nicely. The mark is paid to Dixon.
Did I say a good job? That wasn't. I don't think that was there.
Gamble Brown now marked 60 metres out. Now the lead's provided. Taylor is turned down. Williams is back in the goal square with Parker. Now Williams leads. Brown goes back to Hodge.
Helps when you're a good kick. People, you just lay off and people just kick it to you.
Chance Bateman comes off for a rest as young Rick Ladson comes on, and he showed a bit today, Ladson.
Shows this bloke over the last month.
And he goes to a one-on-one, and it's a good contest, and it's marked well by Jordan Lewis. Oh, what a good mark. And now, if his heart's not beating too much, the teenager out of Warrnambool can go back and kick his first goal in league footy.
On him, he gets his first.
The first of maybe many for Jordan Lewis. Shocked. They weren't expecting this. Campbell Brown. 2.5 minutes remaining. Seagate. Flood is on. 34 players within 65 metres of the Docker goal. Farmer for Cook. Don't give it to Sandilands bootlaces. Jeffrey Farmer, 45 metres out, goes for goal, and Jeffrey has got his third. Docker's leading goal kicker for the year now with 20. It's a Hawthorn free kick inside of 2 minutes remaining. Hodge will take it. Crawford wants the footy. Hodge going a fraction longer though. Everett. Crawford waiting down. Giving it wide. Dixon going without it. Lewis has time. Now Franklin. Wobbly one inside 50. Bell for Polak. He's caught. He claims he was caught high. He's pinged for holding the ball. Not sure he had his faculties about him as he's penalised. To ease the margin back out beyond 50 points. Well done, Tim Clark. And he's very satisfied, and so he should be.
Sure, Crawford will let him know.
Well, the bookmakers don't often get it wrong. To have this, to put this win into perspective, if you took the Hawks to win by over 39, it was 15-1.
Alistair Clarkson happy, has a new force emerged. Hawthorn by 54 points to cap a stunning round of football.